Good evening, South Florida and surrounding areas. Listen, we are live. We are live tonight, and I'm on time. I'm practicing this consistency thing as well as being on time. So tonight we are live once again. I got a great guest that's going to come up. I was able to meet him a couple years back at the Tampa Bay Gospel Award, and then I came over to Tallahassee to hang out with him for actually the same thing he's doing now. Um, the same unique sound group he's having now. So again, we're going to welcome him in a few minutes. But first, we want to take care of some bills. Again, I am Kenya C. Willa, GT Promotions, keeping it real in the gospel, and you are on Hot Topics. This is a Hot Topics pop-up show. We just pop up and have shows. We don't have to have a topic. We just pop up. We just provide exposure all the way across the board. So listen, tonight I already know my one sponsor is Gillian and Co. Sylvia Gillian, y'all. She's paid the cost to be the boss. She does that. She makes sure that this show is always operational, and she pays the cost to be the boss. But we want to get some advertisements out the way and invite you to a couple of things. One thing that we really want to invite you to right here in the great South Florida is the Tiger Trail Festival, Pompano Beach Tiger Trail Festival. Say that 3 times without just twisting your tongue. It is a gospel concert. It is on February the 22nd. It is in the great city of Pompano Beach. Listen, I need you guys to get some tickets. We want to make this a sellout event. I was blessed to be able to hang out with the coordinators of this event. And listen, those are some wonderful people over there at the city. We was hanging out with the city managers. And again, we want to invite you to the Tiger Tail Festival. They got John P. Key, Marvin Sapp, Dwight Moment, Gia Ware, My Brother's Keeper, Otis Kemp. So some of South Florida's very own, along with some of the biggest men in gospel. So again, we want to invite you out to the Tiger Tail Festival. That is February the 22nd, Saturday. And if I'm not mistaken, it begins about 5 o'clock. Doors open at 4, so you can get in and get your seat. We want to get you in and get your seat. So we're not going to prolong the time tonight because it is a Tuesday night, and I know this is one of the busiest men in the country. So without further ado, we're going to invite in one of my favorite people. Hold on one second. Let me make sure that I think I disabled my audio for some reason. Hold on a second. Hold on. All right. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? All right, you can hear me. So it's my craziness I got going on. So give me 1 second, Doug. We gotta figure this out because my laptop does some craziness sometimes, and for some reason I'm not hearing on my side. Give me 1 second. So listen, they can hear you. Obviously, I can't hear you. So go ahead and introduce yourselves and tell them what's going on and what you got going on. You freezing up on me, Doug? Can you hear me? I think he's freezing up on me. Hold on a second, y'all. Let me try to get him back in. Hold on. All right, so while we work on those technical difficulties that we're dealing with all the way around, we just want to Let me see how we can do this. Hold on a second. All righty. All right, so Doug is experiencing some technical difficulties. So while we work on that, I'm going to work on that and try to get him back in. He's freezing up just a little bit, but y'all know he's over in Tallahassee. So that's, hold on a second. We're trying to get him back in. Hold on. All right, so Doug is experiencing some technical difficulties. So while we work on that, I'm going to work on that and try to get him back in. He's freezing up just a little bit, but y'all know he's over in Tallahassee. Doug, can you hear me? Yes, I think I got him back. I think I got him back. Doug, can you hear me? All right, so now I can't hear you. He's freezing up. Hold on, his mic is weird. No, this is not weird. Doug, can you hear me now? All right, so he's going to come back out and come back in. Hold on a second. Let's see how we can fix this. Hold on. All right. So we're going to make this work, guys. We're going to make this work tonight. All right, let's see. He's back.
2, 1, 2. Can you hear me?
I got you. I got you.
Hey.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Very clear.
We're good. Hallelujah. Won't you do it? So hello, Doug.
Kenya, thank you for having me. Can I first say congratulations to you?
Thank
You
you.
just celebrated your award show, and sis, let me tell you, I am so proud of you.
Thank you.
You work hard.
Don't do it, Doug.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it because people don't know how hard you work and how much your heart is for people, and they don't understand the work that goes behind it. And so for somebody that works behind the scenes in his own stuff, I could just imagine the magnitude that it was for your event. And so I am so elephant glad and excited for all that you do.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
I am trying, y'all. I'm trying. You know how you had them. You know, I'm a gospel thug, so you know I have to be like, okay. And again, you know what? And this is good timing for you because I took some quotes from you that I learned when I was in Tallahassee.
Uh-huh.
And when you told the story, and I mean, we supposed to be talking about your event, but we okay. So when we told the story about the time when you were as a manager was messing up artists,
Mm-hmm.
you mess up your artists, and I mean, I keep it real. You keep it real. I
Yeah.
said the artistry is putting people over their life that are allowing them to mess them up. Because
Yeah.
when the management was calling me, I was like, and it was like, well, I'm his manager. I'm like, wait a minute. So I'm not saying that I'm important, and I'm not saying I'm all that, but I kind of went to a couple classes and a couple trainings and sat on some seminars, and no, that is not how you talk to a promoter.
Right. Exactly.
You
They
know,
don't they
even
don't
they don't get it. They make their cousins and their friends managers, not knowing that there's things behind this. Before I would even become a manager, I sat up under Pepe Hendricks for at least 5 years
great
because
tutelage.
I wanted to sit up under someone to say, let me figure this out. Because if your manager's not taking you from here to here, and you still here, and it's still 3 years later, that's the problem. If no doors ain't opening, you ain't shook no hands, you only went to your cousin church in North Carolina, that's a problem.
That's a big problem, and it took honestly for God to come and slap me upside the head and say, "What are you doing?
Hmm.
I didn't put you in this position to do this." And I think sometimes, um, and you said it that was so good. You had to sit under somebody, and
Right.
I actually had to go sit under somebody to be like, "Hey, can I follow you? Can I call you time to time? Can we talk? I'm in this dilemma, or I'm this decision. How do you handle this?" And most of the time, I think they watch, reality TV and just feel like, hey, their cousin's a star. They just gonna treat them like the
Hmm.
star they think their cousin is, and it just makes things worse for some artists that are really trying to be pure in heart and really do what they got to do. And
But
so,
let me interject too because I learned this, and I'm going to go live Friday because not just my event, just from experience, and I know that by you being a manager, promoter, tried to sing at one point.
God, I did.
You knew your lane and you stayed on 95 and not the turnpike. You was like, this ain't my
listen,
lane.
listen. Let me just stay on 95. The turnpike wasn't for me.
Yeah,
It
that's what the big
wasn't.
was. So we know that, but the thing about the industry is, I tell people all the time, especially when they try to talk, they talk to me, and I look at them and I say, they don't understand how it was 30 artists on that event.
Ooh, oh my God. What? Jesus.
And I don't think they understood what it takes to put 30 artists between 3 o'clock to 9 o'clock, and we didn't have power till 4 o'clock. The city
Oh
didn't bring out
my.
no power, and um, just let me just I can vent to you, right? We could talk,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I'm
Okay,
here.
so
Listen.
okay, so we just talking over live. We live, but people can join in.
Yeah.
So here we go. I didn't bring me power to 4 o'clock. Every second we sitting here, everybody signing in. We trying to strategically place them where. Okay, so I got a solo artist and I got a quartet group or a group, but we got to switch them bands out. So
Yeah.
when you have to switch the bands out, you got to put a solo artist with a track, so that gives them that 5 minutes to
Enough
switch
time.
out,
Yeah.
right? So here it is. You're trying to strategically place everybody within this time frame, and every 1 minute, someone's saying, "Hey, when am I going up next? Hey, when
Oh
am I
my.
going? Do you know when this person gonna go? Do you know when this award is?" So you're here and you're outside in this big event, and then you're running because you're like, "Hey, I need to get you on the band. Hey, I need to get
Yeah,
you."
yeah.
So I don't think. And then everybody's like, "Oh, you just being mean." I'm like, "Man, I'm trying to handle this. I got the city over here saying we can't get your power up till 5 o'clock." The city came to me and said, "Hey, it'll be 3 to 5 hours." I said, "My event's over at 9 o'clock. So what we supposed to do about power?"
Right.
So
Right.
so happened, God bless the power to just magically appear. That's
Wow.
when you got a good sound guy. Hallelujah. So
Hallelujah.
it was like I said, it was over 30 people on it. And I said to one gentleman, I think he got mad. I said, you need to get a real manager. And I think he got offended. And he said, "What do you mean? My manager?" I said, "No, your manager should advise you that when you go to an event, somebody has to be first, somebody has to be last." And I say the
Yeah.
worst thing that you can do is actually stress the promoter or the person over the stage out, because
Hmm.
that could ruin any opportunities for you to come back again. He says, "Well, I go everywhere." I say, "You have not left Florida because I've never heard of you."
I love that. You've never left. I'm sorry.
And I said,
Because
"Let
you
me tell
went.
you, I said you couldn't even go to Don Jackson and all those people at the Stellars. You would have been like, 'Sir, you could just leave, get him out of here.' You know what I mean?" So
Yeah.
this is toolish to train them at these
Yeah.
local award shows, to train you how to get to the big leagues, to the Doves, and to the Grammys, and to the Stellars. But if
Yeah.
you being cocky here, you can't
That's,
make it.
they're
And they
not.
don't understand it's the training.
They don't understand it, man. I've dealt with several, and sometimes I don't even like to talk about my company. I just like to talk to people to assist them. And sometimes people feel like, what do you know? Because you have not mentioned your name or you have not said what you've done, that they don't want to hear. And sometimes it just blows their opportunities for something.
Right.
And I run into a lot of people like that. I don't know what it is. These artists. Uh, I'm telling you, I think it's reality TV that really makes them feel like, hey, I can do whatever I want, even though they have only traveled in their city at
Mm-hmm.
15 churches. They feel like they can do whatever they want. And
Right.
unfortunately, when they get to the place like the Stellars and get in one of those big league events and they get swallowed up, then they're mad. Like, nobody treated me nice. Well, you were at a place where they were treating you nice and you dogged the person.
Right. And you
So,
didn't have to yeah, that's what I try to I say, listen, these award shows that we put on as a training camp to teach you that I said to someone, I said, listen, is it easy for the pastor to come and say, listen, I got somewhere to go. So can you put me up after the welcome address? The pastor got to sit through the service. If he visiting all the way through the service to the end and preach. Somebody got
yeah.
to be first, somebody got to be last. So it just the thing is there's no teaching anymore. And that's what brings me to your event. There's no teaching anymore. No one wants to sit in the classes, but they all want to hit the stage.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody wants to hit the stage, but nobody wants to go through the hard time of sitting there with a notebook saying, hey, how can I grow? How can I learn this? A lot of people that was supposed to be on the Stellar ballot wasn't on the Stellar ballot. Why? Because they abruptly changed the way it worked, went from charting to streaming. No one knew
Hmm.
about it because they didn't sit in any classes to say, hey, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Then when I
Right.
told them, here go me, because I sit in classes, hey man, listen, you got to change that because now they're looking at venue, they're looking at this, they're looking at that. Oh no, it's just charting. I got to be on the charts. I got to be in the top 20. Mm-mm. So now you mad because now you done hustle to chart, and guess what? And you just wasted a whole year of your life for nothing
A
because you're
whole
not a
year.
whole year of your life for nothing because your understanding was that you wanted to chart. Let's chart, let's chart, let's chart. Not knowing that every time you sing, you need to be using that venue. Now listen, again, 30 artists graced the platform Saturday, right? Independent artists,
Hmm.
gospel rap, all of them. How many of them asked me to sign anything?
Wow. 5, 10.
How many of them asked me to sign anything? None,
Wow.
because they don't understand that venue.
It's tough.
So
I think.
that's the thing. Nobody said, "Hey, you at venue? I mean, are you tracking the sales that you're doing?" I allow people to put their. I said, "Listen, I even went got tables. I even had a charger station. Yeah, I was out the door with a charger station. So yeah, I've been trying to think of everything because So we put up tables, but how many people came to me and say, "Hey, Kenya, what's the address? What's the code? I'm gonna use that venue because I came in, I sung. I sung to. It's just at the point what you're doing is needed. But the problem being is everyone to come to the concert version, but nobody wants to come to. Nobody wants to come to learn.
Right.
And then when we tell them something, like I told this one group, I was like, hey man, y'all are good. Da 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 da. It was like, oh, well, my uncle. I said, but first of all, your uncle ain't put a hit out in 10 years. Yeah, but I
That's
said, no,
that's they're
if
living
you
off of people's success, and the problem you said it too, man. It's not enough teaching, and the crazy part is there's a lot of places that offer teaching. I I went to the GMWA when it was in Atlanta, and I
mhm.
just sat in one of the classes. And the sad part about this was one of the greatest teachers that was teaching was just teaching to myself and one other person. And I looked around in that lobby. There had to be over 500 people walking around in the lobby, sitting inside the concert, but one person sitting in that classroom. I said, this is ridiculous. Like, this is where you need to be. This is where the money is. And whoever that young man that was sitting in that class, getting all that knowledge,
All that knowledge.
he could be somewhere right now banking
And,
because he listened, and it's,
and that's it. That's it. But Doug, let me tell you, right? So I'm part of the alliance. So
yeah, yeah.
I started in the alliance classes they made us sit in classes from Monday to Friday. It's like
Wow.
you had to sit in these classes. Same thing like I was like, okay, so I couldn't go hang out with my friends and watch other concerts. You had to be engaged with that. A lot of artists don't know. You got to make friends with these radio announcers
Absolutely. Absolutely.
because without them,
Absolutely.
there's no you. Who's spinning your
Absolutely.
music?
Absolutely. You know, I had someone frown about internet radio, and they have no idea that internet radio is one of the most popular radio stations now. And so I said, hey, man, you need to find some internet radio stations and get your music playing there. You know what he said to me? It's not. Um, and I knew he didn't know what he was talking about. He said it's not a BDS station. I said, "Oh, are you what?" I said, "Are you serious? Did you just say?" I said, "You know what? Okay, I'm not going to say anymore." He said, "Yeah, man. I'm just really looking to get mine on a mainstream station, so that people can recognize my music." And I said, "Man, it's really because they don't know." And I couldn't get mad at them no more because nobody is sitting in a class. Nobody wants that anymore. They got great vocals, but after you finish with vocals, you've just sang. That's it. But you have
And that's it.
not collected a check. You
And the
have
best
not.
kept secret.
You are the best kept secret. You are singing with no checks, and
And
this
I
is
and
just
that's it. But let me just tell you, not to interrupt you. I own a radio station. I own an internet radio station. We'll be 3 years old July. I took, listen, it was so funny to find that picture. I went to Atlanta to the GMWA and launched from the GMWA in my hotel room in July.
wow.
You should have seen me at the top of the stair, at the bottom of the stairs trying to get up with these two big suitcases, my suitcase, trying to get all this equipment, my laptop and my mixer and everything to launch at the GMWA in July. So what
Yeah,
happens is when we got there, right? So I launched it and I was telling people, I said, hey, I got an internet radio station. At that time, no one had sat to the table to became BDS. We just became BDS like last year. Internet radio
yeah,
station were able to sit to the table because it was the fateful eight. So it's eight
yeah.
radio stations that basically sat to the table and came together and said, hey, let's get just licensing. But now it's 19. So it's
Wow.
19 stations. But guess what? The internet stations like myself that are paying for exposure, we're tweeting your information. We're sharing that we're doing it. So the little mom and pop internet radio station is the way you need to connect with. Because guess what? We're basically showing you that the internet stations are giving you more airplay on our side and education. So
Yeah.
they're not looking at the mainstream because you already know it's only these many slots, right?
Oh yeah.
So if you
Oh
already
yeah.
booked up,
Oh yeah.
you're not getting on that chart unless you're on one of them charts.
Oh
And
yeah.
if you did not when you released on a Friday, because people release all days of the week now. I see
Hmm.
people release on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm like, why you releasing them? So if you did when you released on that Friday, if your pre-sales didn't put you at a charting place, you might as well just give it up because unless you can get you a radio service, they finna go behind some doors. So
Absolutely.
people don't understand that. So it's so many things that people don't understand about the industry, and that's why your summit is so important. And listen. My mom still talks about us
Wow.
being in that, and I'm gonna tell you something. When I pull up to that bar, I was like,
What?
I ain't going here. I stood outside, I said, Doug. He was like, come on in. I was like, So my mom was like, let's go. I said, they got liquor. It's a juke joint. It's raining in here. I ain't going to no juke joint. My sister was like, well, I'm going in. So I went in and I said, man, so I didn't see the other room because it was closed. I was like, these people got
Uh-huh.
me in a bar. And when you open up that door, the glory
Uh-huh.
that fell in that place,
Wow.
and I still have videos, the glory that fell in that place in the juke joint. Now,
Wow.
I really we had a good time.
We had an amazing time. I mean,
We had a good.
I was so honored and humbled to have you there, and then also just to see what God has done for many of the artists, and just to see many of them are inspired to go on. And it's just amazing that one of the things that we want to do with global. I was just talking to someone the other day, and he said, well, you're doing a showcase. I said, yeah, I know you hear showcase. I said, but what I want to do is I want to take the time to just talk. And I said, I want people to educate you, because maybe a classroom setting of talking maybe reminds you of school. And I said, so I want to do it to where they're giving out so much information that you're like, man, I need to record this, or I need to just hear what they're saying to help me. And so we decided each year, me and my team, how do we make this better? How do we um, uh, get people to understand more about the industry? So we started getting different people and different faces to say actually what we're saying, but someone that they know more and to come and speak the same thing.
Right.
And so we wanted to do it because they many showcases people come in, they get on the stage, they do their thing, they get off. God bless you. But you never have anybody to come and say, "Hey, you just rocked the stage, but you sang good, but you did not look at me. You did not
Right.
let God do what He do." And I'm telling you, from the responses of those artists when you were there, they mentioned like, it was so good to hear what she had to say and the criticism that she gave because they need this. They need this to move on. And so, and I said, you know what? I have to keep this going because someone is in need of it. And going back to me trying to sing, someone needed to hear. I wish that somebody would have pushed me in the class and said, "Hey man, you ain't gotta sing no more. If this is your lane right here, then go to
They
this
hit it.
lane." And I think a lot of people just need to hear what their lanes are. Even down to managers. Some managers that are working with some of these artists aren't really equipped for management, and
Mm-mm.
so they may be assistants, but just being able to hear like what it takes to be a manager, what it takes to go forth in this music industry, what does it take, for it to be on the radio, what does it take, how to form a budget, how to reach out to network to these, we want to be able to do it in a different form where people are inspired to
Right.
continue on. Like we want to make you inspired to continue on, and I think that's what God has given us, and that's what Global is all about. And so I'm just excited about what's getting ready to happen. So,
Well, this is the thing. I was all hyped up to come to Jacksonville, but then I got an opportunity of a lifetime next week that kind of threw my
woo,
whole life off.
oh
No, no,
man,
no, 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 no. It didn't throw. Let me not say that, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. It didn't throw my life off. It's actually life changing for the industry
wow,
and myself. So I can't discuss it.
yeah,
I
yeah.
I can't
Listen,
discuss it because you know how they put a confidentiality clause into your stuff when they send you those itinerary. But I can't say I was told I need to grow up because when they said, "Hey, you flying Delta," and I said, "I don't," I said they only allow you one bag. What carry on? She said, "Grow up and learn how to fly light."
wow,
Because you know me, when I fly, I
wow.
have two
Oh
suitcases to
yeah,
carry on a
oh
bag.
yeah, oh
She was
yeah,
like,
oh
and I'm
yeah,
thinking like, Lord, how am I supposed? I never fly no other airline except Southwest because. And
yeah.
when the itinerary
I get
came and
it.
they seen Delta, I was like, oh my God, I can't fly Delta. I got to pay $25 a bag both ways. You know, y'all already taking care of everything. I'm like,
Yeah.
So I said, oh, I'm flying Delta. I was like, yeah. She was like, sure. They already knew. They already knew. But I'm thinking, I ain't saying nothing. It was like, you need to grow up and fly light. Learn how to roll that stuff up into a
Wow.
carry-on. And you don't need clothes for 3 days. You flying into one thing. You're only going to be here for one day, and you flying back out.
Fly
Learn
right
how to.
back out. Yeah.
You don't need a choice of outfits. I'm back in my mind. I'm
Yeah.
like, I need a choice, child. But I said, you know what? Sis told me, grow up and fly light. So I I received an opportunity. You'll see, and I know you'll be proud of me when you see it. But I received the
Listen,
opportunity.
I'm proud of you already. Look,
Thank
I've
you.
been praying since you've left. Not just you, but also Dr. E and also the other young man. I have been praying because of what you've done for the people. I have been in consistent prayer
Thank you so
for you
much.
that God will just not only blow your mind, but just beyond your expectations. And so I can't wait till you share and I
Yes,
get to
but
just celebrate with you.
yes, yes. Yeah. But guess what? The second thing is too. I know this is your interview, but guess where I'm coming? I'm coming to Valdosta because they want me to bring the Praise and Worship Experience magazine of the gospel. They want me to do about a
Ooh,
North Georgia edition because I couldn't put all those out of state people because I said, listen, I can't put the out of state people. I had about three, but I had to draw the line because Florida is kind of like, oh, we have out of state. So I said, you know what? These people are here, but we're gonna. I said I can't do it. They wanted to be on the ballot. So they was like, well, can you come to Georgia? I was like, but there's already the war shows in Georgia. It was like not like yours. So I said, well, let me. So in
Wow.
July, I'm doing another pop up award show in
What?
Valdosta. I'll be
Girl,
doing it.
girl, you bad. You
So I'll be doing
bad.
it. So I've already booked the church. So we already had the church, so the information is going to go out and we're going to do another 99 days. So I'm going to get older. And
Ooh.
I said, I know my boy over there in Tallahassee. He can come over
I'm
and help
coming.
me.
I'm coming. I'm there.
I
I
said it's
am
in
there.
Tallahassee, but I think what I want to do, if we do it there, I do want to have a class, because I didn't have the opportunity here because it was an outside festival. Which next year
Yeah.
you got to come because it's going to be bigger next year.
Oh, I'm
I'm
there.
getting
I'm there. I'm
it was
there.
over 300 people this year at this little bit. Did
Ooh.
you see the news? I was like, oh my God, they're going to shut me down. But they didn't. Praise thanks the Lord. But the whole day I was
Listen.
there, I thought about everything that you said, and being transparent about who you are and where you were with management. And I always remember that in this industry, that I sat in a room with you and I met you.
Wow.
You were moderating, and at that time I was like, I keep it real. You was like, I like you, and I
Yeah.
sat in the room with you, and I learned so much from you. And we're two of a kind. We're like the run. And they
Yeah.
don't know that this business calls for work. You can't sit
Yeah.
home and be idle and go to a
Yeah.
concert and become a celebrity. Listen.
Yeah.
I tell people all the time. I say it calls sacrifice. I want to have lace fronts.
Oh,
I
it's a
want lace fronts and
sacrifice.
eyebrows, but I can't because guess what? When there's a training class that tells me I need to be in Tennessee for a week, what do you sacrifice? Do you want to pay $300 being prepped up, or do you want to pay $300, stay in a nice hotel, get you a rental car, and sit amongst the many and meet new people?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's my thing. Everybody said, "Why don't you?" I said, "Listen, I went to the Spin Awards in Atlanta. Life changing,
Wow.
life changing.
Wow.
I'm gonna tell you how crazy it was. There were I'm going to say 60 radio announcers,
God.
10 artists.
Wow.
Did you hear me?
Wow.
10 artists,
Yes. Wow.
60 radio announcers from internet, video, radio mainstream, radio, period. And there were
Wow.
10 artists in the room.
What?
And those 10 were there because they ministered throughout that weekend. And that was the only reason why they was there. I'm
Oh
talking
my.
about radio announcers from all over flew in. Thursday, they had a meet and greet. Friday, they had a brunch at a mansion. We went to a mansion and had brunch. Friday
Wow.
night, we went to a class where Henry Harris, one of the gurus in the business, I don't know if you know,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Henry Harris and but Bellamy, all of them was there. Let me tell you something. They basically we had classes and watched the video, and it was only 10 artists. The rest of them was out radio announcers. So there were no artists mingling with these radio announcers and saying, hey, do you have my track? Have you
What?
heard my song? Can I send you my music? None of that. None of that.
Are you
10.
serious?
And that was the craziest thing ever. So that's what everybody wants to go from here to here without putting any work. And this is where we're at. So this is why I love what you're doing over here.
Wow.
This is why I
Yeah,
love that. This is
man.
why I love that. And
You know, I'm humbled and what's the word? I am very uh, quiet because I never want um I never want Doug in the spotlight. I always want to see others do what God called them to do. And so when people say to me all the time, "Man, are you excited?" I am excited. I'm just really. You can say I'm almost shy. Like I just want to hide behind the post when
me
you post.
too.
Like, oh God, and people don't know that. People don't know that. So people will be like, it's quiet. Like I'm not standoffish. Like if you talk, I'll talk, but I'm really, I don't want to be in the spotlight. I just want to be able to see, like what transpired, like what God just did for you. Like it excites me because it makes me know that God is talking to me. And I heard God right. And it kind of just wows my spirit when I see God do these things. And so I'm just excited. Just this week, I have a lot of childhood friends who are really great in the music business, and it's just so crazy how we all lived in the same building and just now can come and connect. So this year we Mary J. Blige's manager, her name is Ashana Yaris. She's
Right.
actually going to be coming and she is going to share. But the greatest thing about her, what people don't know, is that she's the one that runs part of the Essence Fest. And so she's going to talk about that piece. She's going to talk a whole lot. She's going to give the whole spill of the music industry. And I'm so excited because this is my friend who we would run around the building, kick doors and run and hide and go seek and do all the crazy stuff, but just to see how God just took us and just created some good out of nothing, and
Wow.
then the others that are coming. Kiara Shared Manager will be there with us, and then Hassan from the Roots magazine will be with
Yes.
us, and so just to be able to hear their wisdom and knowledge and just hear them pass on words of encouragement and words of information that will make them say, hey, is this my lane or is this my lane? Or how do I handle this? So things that we're just going to talk about, we're looking to inspire. And I'm looking to, again, back up and just watch God do what he said he was going to do. And so I'm just excited about next week. I'm just,
I'm
just don't
excited
think
for
like,
you. I'm sitting here like, oh my God, I can't come. And and we had it planned out. My mom's like, oh, I need to go out of town. And I'm like, okay, well, it's on a Friday. We're gonna be on a Friday. But again, I received an email and I was like, and then I was trying to get back in town. I was
yeah,
trying to
yeah,
get a flight back so I could just drive down, but my flight won't get back into Fort Lauderdale until 7:30. So I was like, oh my God. I was like, Doug, a
yeah.
Friday. Why
I
not a
know
Saturday?
it was supposed
Uh,
to be a Saturday, but Mr. CEO, he had to change it, and
right,
he had to change it because that was the day of the award show, and he had some things that he was doing for that. So he had moved us from Saturday afternoon to the Friday, and
right.
so I really wanted it to be a Saturday too. I honestly did. I was like, "Oh, Saturday's the thing," and so I was grateful that one, they invited us to
Right.
be a part, and then two, to be able to share on another platform, and then reach out to artists that are in the vicinity and just have them come in and hear what's given. Like this is free stuff,
It's free
and
stuff.
then what? Yeah, it's free stuff. Come on in and get it.
For
And
ten
then one of
dollars,
the
you can
great
do for $10. Listen, they don't understand.
$10.
Listen, they don't understand that when I go to some of these workshops, I gotta pay $150 to wear that badge I be
Yeah,
flashing. That's
yeah,
like $200. The flight is
yeah.
another $300. The
Right.
hotel for the week is another Listen, to stay at the
Yeah.
GMWA host hotel cost me about $1,800. Then you gotta pay for,
Woo.
you know it. Then you gotta
Yes,
worry
I
about
do.
eating all week, and then you gotta eat $5 meals because you broke because you.
Yeah. Waffle House will do you right. Let me get that
And then
$5 special right there. Yeah, that right
listen,
there.
these artists don't understand what it takes. I do. These artists don't get it that
Yeah.
you have to really, really, really sacrifice. And everybody say, Kenya, you just. I say, listen, I'd rather throw water on my hair and lip gloss on my lips and keep moving. But
Yeah.
I am a walking encyclopedia because
Yeah.
I sit in
Yeah.
some rooms and I can bless you. So
Yeah.
they don't understand that it takes so much to become what these artists are getting at. It takes a whole lot. Like right now, we
Oh
got
yeah.
Sharonda Wooded on. Kingdom Radio. We got Drina Penn, which is a radio announcer.
Wow.
They don't do people know Clam Lakem? I keep saying his name. C. Dwayne Slacum. I keep saying his name wrong. He's an artist. So the thing about it is you have people on that um can help you in the industry.
Oh
Shawanda
yeah.
has an internet radio station.
Oh yeah.
She's on two different radio stations, but
Oh
they
yeah.
don't know. You don't know. You don't reach out and research on who it is that can keep your busy. Doug, listen, I met Doug at a conference. And I was like, okay, he cool. We was like, you had the hat. I'm like, what's up under that hat, bro? So I got good memory, right? So
You do.
so and I kept saying, listen, pull me back because I will, so that it just that you say, no, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Listen, I love it. I love people like you. I love it that they speak their mind, speak the truth, and I love it. And I never forget that day. I actually, if I scroll up on that picture, I bust out laughing because King would be like, "Well, what's underneath that hat? You are always wearing a hat." I said, "You know what? Everyone asked me the same thing." I was like, "I got all my hair. I guess it's just a New York thing." Jay Williams, right?
Yes.
Jay Williams does the same thing.
And I told him that
The,
too.
the
I
same.
when I met listen, let me tell you what I told Jay Williams. I said, Jay Williams, so listen, Jay Williams is like, and I say, Jay Williams, you are my internet crush.
Uh-huh.
That's it. And he said, so Michael and Michael them knew that. So I was like, oh my God, there's Jay Williams. I'm like all fanned out, but I'm like, so
Yeah.
they were like, come on, Jay, let me introduce you to her. I was like, y'all play too much. Y'all know that like I want to meet him. And I'm like this. I'm looking all, I'm 45 years old, acting like acting all giddy. Hey. He's like, oh, give
Hey.
me a hug. And I'm like, no. So that was
Oh.
the first time I met Jay Williams in person was at the Spin Awards.
Yeah,
And him and
yeah.
his wife, and he was like, his wife was like, that is so funny. I said, I'm
What?
such a big fan of his. And I have like I say, I have my own station and everything, but you're such a big fan. I'm such a big fan of Shawanda Woodley. I think that she is the diva of everything, and they say, people think that you're not supposed to support each other when you're
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
same pot.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
she came to my award show and worked it. She used I
Wow.
say Sharonda came to my award show and brung her logo, her little pop up, and took pictures with everybody. I said, look, you better work it,
Wow.
girl. Gave out her fans. I said, you better
Yeah.
work it, girl, because I ain't had time to do it. So you know what? You go right on the hit. And I didn't have. I said I was so proud of her. My mom, she's like, here go a fan. I said, girl, let me get this fan because I need this fan. And I made sure that I posted.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
every time you see it,
Yeah.
she got a different hairstyle. She be cute and
Man.
whatever. She be cute and whatever, So
Look.
so that's the thing that and Drina, that's my sister. We go to
Wow.
So the thing is, what happens in industry, we have to learn to be together because we're
Absolutely.
forced together.
Absolutely.
We're forced, like me and you,
Absolutely.
like Hassan sat on the same panel a week ago. He sat right
Wow.
here. So we're forced together, and if we all support each one another, guess what? People to start understanding and seeing that what we're doing is trying to help them and not hurt them because we need more Doug Jacksons out here.
Man,
We
listen.
we need more
We
yous.
we we need more you. That's what we need.
No, because I
We
made people listen. I made 25 people mad with me this weekend because I told them how I felt, and they hurt right now. I always tell them, I say, listen, the truth will set you free. It's gonna piss you off first, but it's
Yeah,
gonna set you free.
but
So
that's
a
the
lot of
thing.
people,
They pissed, but it's gonna hit them later on. You know what? She was helping me. She just
y'all
helped
was
me.
trying to help you. I was
It
trying
just
to
hit
say.
me.
So I try to tell them, I say, listen, y'all attitude ain't gonna get y'all nowhere but on this stage and I the door because when you get to the big league, you got them people that's over the Stellas and over the X's. They ain't gonna deal with all this with y'all.
Oh, they not.
They're gonna tell you, look, just get off my platform, get off my
Oh yeah.
security. So the things that y'all doing here, y'all may want to practice and learn patience and learn to be humble. I
Oh
say
yeah.
that's the thing is because you sing at 6 events in 1 month does not make you a celebrity.
It doesn't. It does not.
It make you
It
booked.
it, it doesn't. That's it. Yeah. That's it.
It make you booked.
Yeah.
But when you start getting to the point where you better and you should sit there. I had one group, right? And he came in and I said, I'm not gonna call his name. He sat there all night, and I said, "You okay?" I said, "You want me to put you in?" He said, "No, go ahead. Do what you got to do. I know you're crazy." I said, "You all right?" I checked on him every 5 seconds. He got tired of me, but he never one time said when I'm gonna go on, when you gonna
Wow.
put me on. So at the end of the night, he said to me, he said, "Listen, I know things were crazy. I know you started late. This was awesome. Let's end it." The band is, he said, my band is tired because they were paying for other people. The band was like, no, we want to play. We want to play. So my sound guy has started taking down the sound.
Wow.
And it was like, they
Wow.
playing up there like, no, we want to play. I was like, Lord. So I said, what do you want to do? So we know what to do. And he said, they want to play, let them play. So he went up there and sung for 10 minutes. Well, they're going to know what it is now. He went up there and sung. And guess what? He never one time said to me, Kenya, when am I going to go on? Kenya, what time? His band ain't never bothered me. I went and got him chairs. I went and got him water. I catered to them, his whole group, like they were celebrities because there was nobody sitting like this. You
Wow.
know how they sit at a concert, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Man, that's rare. That's rare.
That was, and I inboxed him and I said, listen, if there's anything I can help you with, you let me know. Because
wow.
I said anything, whatever door I walk through, you're gonna walk through with me. I said,
Yeah.
anything that I can do for you,
Yeah.
I am
Yeah.
whatever. He says, well, you know, you. I said, let me tell you something. What happens is y'all don't know that King is the best kept secret because y'all don't pay attention.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
I said, y'all don't pay attention. I said,
Right.
but I am going to make sure that this young man, he's putting out a single. And I can
Wow.
promise you, by the time he release, if I got to stay up all night long calling everybody I know, that single's going to be at all my friends' stations because that one gesture of never bothering me, never. I'm talking about he just was up singing and clapping with everybody, and
Wow.
I said, do you want me to get you on? He says, no, let everybody else go.
Where
And
is
I
he
said,
from?
he's from Fort Lauderdale. I
Well,
can't.
listen. Listen. You don't even have to say his name, but you know, if he wants to come to Global, I'm paying for him to come and be a part. So just because he was nice to you, and when his music comes out, just send me the flyer. I'll start advertising with you
All
because
right, so I
that's
tell him he come down to Global. Listen,
yep.
listen. I'm gonna listen. This is what I'm gonna do for you. He has this big concert. He has this big concert, right? I need you to come to that concert. So we're gonna switch that up.
I can't hear you no
Can't
more.
hear me no more. So that's your phone, Doug.
You hear me?
Hold on. Ah, I lost Doug. Doug, come back in. He's gonna come back in. So listen, he's gonna have to come back in and come back out so we can talk. So listen, everybody who's tuned in, that is Doug um of the Global. I need everybody to go over to head over to Jacksonville this weekend. Doug, if you're there, I need you to come back in. There he is. Hold on. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you clear.
Okay. All right. So I need everybody to go over to Jacksonville on the 21st. I need y'all to go and y'all need to go live because I actually will be in flight back to home. I can't tell you where I'm going, but but I truly was trying to get a flight. And you know, when people are doing stuff, you can't change it. But I was truly
Oh,
trying
you
to get
can't.
a flight.
Yeah.
Yeah. When executives send you stuff,
Wow.
and I'm like,
Wow.
ugh, can you get me a flight? I was like, can you get me a flight that leave at 4 so I can get home at 7 and then I can.
Yeah, I understand. Listen, King. Just the fact that you wanted to be there and your heart wanted to be there, man.
Yeah.
It's inspiring. People don't know how much I am so grateful. People don't see me always on Facebook, but you have no idea. Like when I do get on and see what you're doing, like it's so inspiring. Like, and it could be days where I just feel like, oh, I got a rough day, and see what you're doing. It inspires me, and just to see what you're doing and all that you do and how much you have inspired me. You have no idea how much you inspired me.
Thank
You
you.
know,
You inspire me too.
I'm telling you from the day that I met you, I was inspired. You have no idea how many nuggets you get. You give nuggets. People, I need y'all to hear me about this woman right here. She gives nuggets without giving nuggets, and it's just so crazy. It was a card, peppermint, and a bag, and it just and it was just left on the table. And somebody said, somebody left this. And I said, well, what is it? And they said, well, it has a peppermint, it has a card. And I said, let me see. I said, oh my God, she left you a nugget. You ain't even pay attention to it. So the girl was like, well, what do you mean she left me a nugget? I said, well, who is it? So she read it. She was like, wasn't that lady that was just here? I said, yeah. She said, did she mean to leave this? I said, she probably didn't mean to leave it. Just so you can ask who that was. And just so, and later on, you know what? I got a number. Let me call. I said, Kenya is a marketing beast. She is a marketing beast. She is, I'm telling y'all, if you are connected to her and you don't know the jewel that you have, you are really missing out. This woman, like, you need to be paying her tons and tons of money and to just sit in her class. And I'm serious. Like, I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna go get some business cards and some gum, and I'm just I'm gonna send people events and just be like, here you go. It's stuck to your table. You can't get it off. You gotta read it.
Listen, did you? I got to send you a bag. You know, for this event, I had
Please,
250
please.
camouflage bags. You see the camouflage bags? So
No, I didn't.
we had camouflage bags full of. What I did was I asked people to give me their business cards. So instead of giving you throwaway bags, I gave you something that you could put your phone in later. I don't have any, something we gave them all out. So they were camouflage bags with a drawstring on it. So even if you go out or you go to the beach, it's for men and women. You can put whatever you want, your change, travel. You know, when you're traveling, you can put your little salt, put it in the suitcase. So that's what we did.
What?
We were able to do it. We put business cards in it of other artists and other people so that you're able, because you're like, who was that singing? But you weren't able to get to their manager or their people, but their business cards was
All
in
that
that bag.
stuff.
So
Oh,
that's what I
Kenya.
do. Listen, y'all give me a donation so I can get e-bags and put all of it in it. I'm talking about we had everything from credit repair to cookie people to everything in the industry in that bag. So that's what I do. And I give you bags that you can keep because I want
Listen,
something that you can keep because guess what? You're not going to throw that away. Like I'm not throwing this away. This is deep. So you're able to put it in the bag, and so now you say I'm traveling, and you got to have your stuff in the bag. There it
yeah.
is. So we had
Kenya,
little bags.
let me say this to you. You need to do a marketing summit. You need to do a marketing summit because when I tell you you are a genius, you are a genius. You are a queen genius. Like I'm just sitting here hearing what you're saying, creating what you need, and still offering opportunities to others. Like you are you are a genius. And I'm telling you, anybody that's listening to, if you didn't get a piece of that nugget of what she just said, then I think everybody just needs to go back to the remedial music industry
Listen,
and
they need to
just
start over. Everybody needs to start. A lot of people need to start over.
you gotta start back over.
They
It's
need to start
okay
over.
because we all
Listen,
do it. We all gotta start back over. See,
listen.
Kenya, and this is why I'm so excited to be connected to you because not only are you a good friend and you make me laugh and you are always checking up on me, but what I like that you teach every time you talk and you give such a nugget. Like your show honestly should be syndicated because you it, you talk to inspire. You don't just talk to be talk. You talk to inspire, and people
Sir,
don't get it. And oh my God, I'm just proud of you. I'm sorry.
thank you.
I'm
Don't make me
sorry.
cry, Doug. I'm trying to hold up like a,
Listen. I'm serious. And when the show was over for us in Tallahassee when we did it and you were gone, I wanted to tell you that. Like I wanted to reach you to tell you like you are inspiring. Like there's not a lot of people out there that I can look up to and say you're inspired. Some people are just good, but you're inspiring to the point where you make people want to be better and you make people want to continue on. And when they feel like they can't go on, you have another word to help them get to that destination. And Kenya, I'm just you don't have no idea when you inbox me and ask me to be on. Boy, I was so giddy. I
I thought you was gonna say
I was
no.
on. at 7:45. Just I'm on the
Just
key.
ready. Yeah,
Just
listen.
waiting.
Listen, I'm like so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. Listen, so we're
No,
proud of
oh
each other.
no. Listen, I was so excited. I was so
Doug, you're leaving me again. Y'all got no Doug is in Tallahassee, y'all. Y'all know them trees. Doug in the tree. So Doug will be back because you know Doug phone going in and out. So listen, I'm gonna go back to promoting his event because I need everybody. I'm at to pull some strings. That's the Tiger Tough Festival. I'm sorry. So listen, Doug's back, y'all. Doug's in Tallahassee in the trees.
uh,
Doug, you're not at the juke joint, right?
it's trees out here.
Doug, you at the juke joint?
Huh?
So I can't hear
I,
you now.
I
Doug
look.
keep breaking the screen.
You can
He
hear me?
keep breaking the thing, man. Hold on. We gotta go back out and come back in. Doug keeps breaking his computer. So he gonna wait. There you go. Hold on. Let's see. There you go.
Ah.
Are you at the juke joint?
No, listen, I am not. This is just Tallahassee, man. They try to suck the
I
life out of
know.
Wi-Fi. I don't
Listen,
know why they do this, but
I
oh
I
my
am.
God.
How far are you from
But let me tell
Valdosta?
you, I'm just grateful for you.
How far are you from Valdosta?
Huh?
How far are you from Valdosta?
I'm an hour and a half.
Okay, well, I'll be in Valdosta in July. You gotta come through. You
An
gotta bring
hour
your
and a
daughter.
half.
You gotta bring your daughter to come sing for me. Can you hear me?
I'm there.
Tallahassee.
I told you, I'm there.
Your daughter,
You, you,
his daughter's amazing, guys. His daughter
oh
did a
man.
set. His daughter did a set, and I was sitting there like this, and he's like, we and I love the way you do things because what happens is that's the old fashioned way where people sing and we can critique them. And what
Yeah,
happens
yeah,
is if you cannot stand to be critiqued in this industry, then there's a problem. So that's the old
yeah,
school because the new school now they be like, um, we don't want to hear all that, and
yeah,
I be
yeah.
because I was raised up under Peppy, and they would sing and we'll say, "Listen, you got too much going on. You're doing too much." And now you can't. They be ready to fight because I told somebody something the other day. They was like, "Well, my daddy." I was like, "Your daddy ain't putting nothing out for so long, child. Don't know what he's doing. Your daddy, your daddy." Listen. I'm going on a call in about 5 minutes, and guess what? I can guarantee you what they taught us last month. I go on a call every Tuesday night. I guarantee you what they taught us last week changed this week.
Oh
The
yeah.
industry is ever changing. So what your granddaddy did when he built his empire and he did his music and he was able to slap his hips. No, I don't work like that no more.
It's a whole different ball game.
And that's why it's so important to be at your summit with some of the beats. You get ready to try to. I'm getting ready to try to pull some strings. I'm sitting here now like, how can I
Oh,
get there Friday? Let me see, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It take 5 hours to get to Jacksonville. Okay, let's see if we can drive. Maybe I can get a
listen.
rental.
Look, your heart is there, and that's all that matters to me. I'm grateful.
It starts at 6:30, so I need about.
Yeah, you're not gonna make it.
Man, you call out all those names. I can't. I don't know how to miss that. So
Man, listen, we're
I'm
gonna
counting.
do it
5,
again.
7, 19. Yeah. Okay. I think I have to figure. Well, just stay tuned for because you're gonna be proud. Listen, you talking about proud. When you find out where this plane landing at, you're gonna be like, oh my god.
Oh, listen, I'm proud. I don't even know what it is, and see, and that's another thing that they don't do in the industry nowadays. Nobody celebrates nobody,
Yeah.
and this
No.
is why sometimes they don't get nowhere. Like I don't even know where you're going, but I'm excited as though I am there with you, and
Yeah.
they welcomed you and they opened your door. Like I'm excited for you.
Little old country me
Excited,
from
like.
Being Raised.
Woo! I'm
You
so
should have saw the
excited.
tears,
Hey,
man.
listen,
I
I'm
couldn't
so
even sit there
excited.
and shake. Like, wow, you know me. Everybody I reached out to be on this show, Hassan, everybody, they were like more excited than I was, and I'm like,
Yo, it's exciting. Listen, King, you are a big deal, and you are someone that stands for right and not wrong. Like you don't settle for mediocre, and so to be on your show, it's just like, man, it make you say like I'm doing something like she wants me like oh my this like me I'm so bashful I'm like oh my god she wants me this is so cool so
It's
Kenya
lovely, right?
I'm
This is,
just
this is comfortable because this is the thing. Some people say, "What are the questions?" I say, "We're just having we're FaceTiming, but we got people listening. That's it. They're able to send their comments. Let's see. We got Marcus. He said, "What's up, Doug?"
hey Marcus my guy what's up man
And she
what's going on
said she loves you. They were
hey Sharonda
So the thing about it is, this was the conversation that we're having with each other, but we just invited some people to spy on us. So that's the comment. That's how
man
you have
that's
to
cool
basically be, because if it's scripted, then guess what? It's boring. But
oh yeah
the conversation is basically that right now I'm trying to figure out how can I get to Jacksonville, which is 5 hours from home, and
man
hours from where I'm gonna. So I'm like, oh my god, because I don't want to
look
miss this.
listen we're gonna every time we do it we're gonna try to do better than we did last time and I think the one that we're planning now for 2021. We're planning that because so this is what I wanted to say. I'm sorry too. We're planning in the way where we can be a blessing to the artists, and we're talking to many companies to be a part because we realize that even though they come to the showcase and they get this information, they leave out like man, but the information that they gave, some stuff is costly, and so we decided to give at least up to 8K worth of endorsements to the
Whoa,
artists. So we want to do marketing companies. We're asking marketing companies to help promote their stuff. So when their project is done, to help and promote, we're asking radio programmers. We're asking major producers, and we're still doing it to this day, like reaching out to make this thing enough so when the artist comes forth and we say, "Hey, we deem you because we saw your hard work on that stage.
right.
This is for you," and for them to leave out knowing like I went to a showcase and God opened up a door for them to bless me with this, and that's what we want to do every year. We want to try to go higher and higher to just pour into the artist. Like we don't want it to be, yeah, you paid your registration to come on in and do whatever you have to do. However, we want to see you leaving out like Kenya just signed me, or this person just signed me, or I walked away with the endorsement deal. Like this is
It's
mind
so
blowing.
important. It's so important. Wow, I'm so proud of you, man. I wish, I'm trying to do the same thing here, but it's hard to connect. So you pray for me that I can start mediocre to do the same thing. I just
Oh,
told a friend of mine, I say, listen, I need a building so I can do Taco Tuesday. Come for the tacos, stay for the gospel.
ooh, speak it, speak it. That is dope.
Come for the tacos, stay for the gospel. You know what I mean? So it's like you got to do
Ooh,
things that get people to basically come together and meet, greet, mix, mingle, chat, and chew. Food always will bring you together. So that's the things
oh
that we need to do. I want to slay down the giants. And in order to slay down the giants is we have to basically come together and knock their heads off and say, you're not all that.
yeah, yeah, that part.
You're not all that.
That
So that's the thing is before we can give them endorsements and all that, we want to make sure they slayed and say, listen, we give you this, but you got to make sure that your head can fit through the door. Remember I told you about that? A lot of people head
absolutely.
can't fit through the door. So you going in like this and your head is
Yeah,
so big until you're not going to appreciate what is given to you. So the
that
important
and
part of the measure is that you got to make sure that you get them here. I got to humble you down. I got to knock you down to slay you down to zero so that when you get to 10, I'll put you there. A lot of people they come in at 5. Now I need you at 0. I need to put
absolutely.
all the air out you so that when I blow you blow it
Yeah,
up with pride and dignity and understand the industry. I tell managers, y'all got to sit in these classes because how is it that you have a manager and they've never sat in the class, you never sat in the class, so you don't know if your manager leading you right or not. I could tell you
listen,
anything.
listen. How do they have a manager and they have two engagements every 2 months? Like it just makes no sense to
No
have it because
sense.
you're having a manager and that's his job. So what is he doing? If you're not working and you only got two, it's a whole lot that goes into that. That I like to talk to people and ask them, why do you have a manager? Like, and why do you want a manager? Most of the time, they just feel like the manager can get them into certain things. But if the manager's not working and connecting and networking, then you got a
No
problem.
relationship. The
You supposed to
relationship.
be,
Right.
yeah,
And the thing is,
yeah,
I tell people all the time is when I call people and I say, hey, I have an event I'm having, and they say, oh, we want $500. I say, what's your draw? Because if I'm gonna pay you $500, I need that offering plate to reflect to what I'm playing. Because
right,
I'm not in this not to make the money. I got two cars out there, three dogs. I got to feed them. And I got to pay bills. So what's your
right,
draw?
right.
You can't come into me telling me you want $500, but you ain't got no draw. You're not promoting the event. A lot of people they get in these events and they don't even promote the event.
They don't.
They're on the ticket and they don't promote the event. They're
They
thinking like,
don't.
oh well, it's not always the promoter's job because your promoter don't have the reach of your following. So what you need to do is let your friends and family know they come out because guess what? If I can show a good turnout, she'll bring me back. And when I say I won $1,000, she got to kick out because
Absolutely.
I have delivered. But if you come out there I'm like, this place is empty. Oh, it's the promoter fault. No, it's not the promoter fault.
Oh no.
The promoter did what she did. She need to do. What happens
Right.
is it's your fault because you
Because you
promised me
didn't.
you had a draw.
Oh yeah. Oh
So
yeah.
when your draw is at zero and nobody don't know you, and artists is singing the artist, and artists only gonna put $3 or $5 in the open plate. So basically, what's gonna happen
$5.
it's like we ain't made no money. This our fundraiser, so I got to give you all 500 of my dollars. I ain't bringing you back tomorrow. I don't care nothing about which if you sang from the rafters.
Right.
Now the
Right.
promoter don't want to deal with you because you just ain't got no draw. So now you done lost relationship with that promoter, and she's not gonna refer you to nobody else. So now you sitting solid because now your manager, I almost said your manager suck. Sorry, I got to be professional. So your
That's the
manager,
word.
I got comfortable, John. So
See,
your
you
manager,
got do it.
I got
Say those
comfortable.
things.
So the thing
Say
is, so
those things.
your manager doesn't have a clue what they're doing. All they know is that they read a book and they ain't set in no classes.
That's
They
it.
don't know nobody. They don't know the steps to get anything. They don't know how charting works. They don't know how recurring charting works. They don't know where you're at on the charts. They don't have a link to no charges. They don't know anything. All they know is their manager. And when you call, oh yeah, I can book you, and we want $500. They don't know how to write contract. Listen, do you know people pay me to write their contracts?
Oh yeah.
I'll be
Oh
more than
yeah.
happy to write it for you for this 20%.
Right. Right. I appreciate that. Thank you. Be encouraged.
And yeah, you're charging this church $3,000. Thank you. I need your 20%. So you because your
Yes.
manager has no knowledge on how to
Yeah.
write a contract.
Yeah.
Now, if
Yeah.
your manager was
Yeah.
smart, they have an in-house group. I have an in-house promoter. I have an in-house writer. I have an in-house this. I can get you on radio. I have connections. I'm a president of an alliance and a gen. I can sing your music to. So it just that they don't understand it.
They don't.
This is the thing. So they just thinking that they have a manager that don't know nobody. Because one manager says, "I'm the manager." Who are you? I'm John. John who? I ain't seen you in no classes. Were you at the GMWA? Were you at anything? Have you been to anything? No, I don't have to go to any of that. Well, sir, in order to do anything, you have to hobnob with the big dogs.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
if not, you'll never be able to get this music nowhere but here in Delray.
That's it. And that's all you're gonna do, and you're gonna enjoy that.
And you're gonna have to buy some Krispy Kreme donuts and some Bojangles for these radio announcers. Because
King, I gotta get off to this line because
yeah,
my wife
this,
I gotta go and feed her.
listen. We supposed to say with 30 minutes. We don't win a whole hour. I'm not dealing with you, Doug.
We
You know
did.
we
Look,
over.
we can do this all day. Kinga, thank you so much for having me. Thank you
Thank you
so
so much.
much.
And I'm gonna work. I listen. I don't want to make the people mad. So if you don't see me, it's not because I don't want to come, because my plans were to come and bring my family back because they were all hyped up. But again,
Please
things
tell Mom
happen.
I said I love her. She
She
is
yeah,
amazing.
she loves you. She loves you.
Oh,
I wouldn't let her.
oh,
My daughter, they all wanted to come. I said, no, you can't come in. They wanted to come in and speak, but I was like, no. So, so
oh.
they're summons to the bedrooms.
Please tell them I said I love them
I
all.
will.
Thank you so much for the continuous support.
They love you. They love you. So listen, go feed your wife. And Sharonda, listen, I'm the most hated person in the world, but that's okay because Sharonda loves me. Doug loves me, and
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
good. And Gerard loves me, so I'm good. So listen, anything you want to say before you go, so we can, close out.
Listen, on February 21st, please, we would love to have you there. The post is right there. The Global Live Showcase. I'm telling you, if you want more information, you can find me on Facebook, Doug Jackson, or Unique Sounds Music Group, or the Global Live Showcase Tour. You can go to any one of those and just leave a message and just, want to know more about it. And I don't mind telling you more about it. And you don't even have to be a part to sing, but just to be able to know that there's something here besides other things that are helping you with your giftings that God gave you. And
Right.
so we hope to see you February 21st. And then shout out to the Eddie Awards that we have in their event the next day. So if you're not doing anything on that day, to come on out and just experience a good time. So thank you for having me,
Thank
Kenya. I
you.
appreciate
Good
it.
night. Tell the wife and the kids I love them. I miss you guys.
I definitely will. I
Listen.
definitely will.
I miss Tallahassee and I miss the Bojangles and the Popeyes. All right,
We
so get out of
got
here,
you.
Doug. Hey,
All
have
right.
a
I'll
good
talk to
night.
you later. Thank
Good
you. You
night.
too. Talk to you later. Good
Uh,
night, everybody.
So listen, I want to thank Doug for joining me. Sharonda, I love Sharonda Wood. Let me tell you something. We both have internet radio stations, but I love her because she's doing big things in the industry. She is the diva, baby. I call myself the diva of gospel radio, but that is the true diva of gospel radio. So Sharonda, I want to say I love you. But listen, guys, I don't want you to forget because this is one of our proud sponsors. Pompano Beach Tiger Trail Festival, the gospel concert, February 22nd. John P. Key, Marvin Sapp, Otis Kemp, Gia Wire, Dwight Moment, and my brother's keeper. This is at the Pompano Beach Amphitheater. They have tickets that range from 29 to 49. 29 to 49. I need you guys to get the tickets. And listen, I need you guys to stop by and visit my brother on the 21st. I can't make it, but I need you guys to do so. It is $10. The tickets are $10. You can't miss it. You have some of the most awesome people that are going to be there. You have, listen, Hassan going to be there, guys, from the Roots Magazine. So I need you guys to please go out in Jacksonville. Please go out Jacksonville and support this ministry because this will bless you. I went down, I was on his panel a couple years ago and it blessed me. So I needed to bless you. I got to get out of here, guys. I got to go on another live right now. So God bless you. Good night, and I'll see you soon.